Pen pals, I finished my outline. Hey! I'm Shannan E. Johnson, CEO of The Professional Pen, where we develop screenwriters from idea to pitch. Need help on your screenplay? Go to www.theprofessionalpen.com. So if you have been following my journey, you know that I am writing 3 screenplays this year. 3. And I just finished the outline for the rewrite of my first screenplay. And if you've been following along, I didn't start writing. I did not create my Google Doc until March 9th. Today is April 13th or something like that. 14th. I finished it yesterday. So on April 12th, 13th, whatever day that was, it was a Saturday, I finished my outline. So in just a little bit more than a month, I was able to make it from my Pixar formula, starting from scratch, not really knowing exactly where everything was going to go. I had a little bit because it's a rewrite, but like I told you before, I'm making changes, and those changes need to be looked at like it's a brand new story instead of looking at the rewrite and going, well, how can I fit this scene in? And how can I fit this scene in? And I want to make sure that it makes it to this place. No, it's new. We're starting from page 1. It's brand new. Same characters, bigger world or more detailed world, because that's something I wanted to add. And so I needed to give these characters space to grow within this story. So I started from scratch. So thank you guys for being on the journey with me. So this is the 4th step. Step 1, Pixar formula. Step 2, who am I, character bio. Step 3, goals workbook. Step 4, the roadmap. The roadmap is all about you figuring out how you're going to get there before you get to the page. So that's your beat sheets and your outlines. Let's talk about it. So let me take you through the roadmap. We not only have it for features, but we also have it for television, for 1-hour dramas, for half-hour single camera comedies, and for half-hour multi-camera comedies. So make sure when you go to the website, www.theprofessionalpen.com/workbooks, that you are looking in the right section to make sure that you get the correct workbook for the format and structure in which you are writing. Okay, so the roadmap is here to guide you through your beats first. And as you can see, we have a template. Then we give you a sample so that you can look at how we used it for a film that's already been produced, so that as you're doing your own, you understand what we're doing. This works best either for people who already understand screenplay structure or for people who have gone through the 3 steps before it, which are the Pixar formula, who am I, character bios, and the goals workbook. The reason is because it's going to start asking you questions that you have already answered, but instead of you trying to answer the questions here, it's telling you where the answers go in your screenplay. It's giving you the order. So you don't get the roadmap to decide, oh, what is my opening image? How am I introducing them for their normal? How do I set up the world? You've done that work already. And now you are coming here so that you can create your beat sheet and you can understand what should be happening where, in which act. Okay. So because this is a feature, we have 3-act structure. If you're doing TV, you might have 5-act structure, you might have 2-act structure, you might have 3-act structure. That's why you need to know which one you're doing. But it takes you all the way through that process. Then it gives you an outline template and then a sample outline. You can use this workbook to either create a beat sheet and then expand that beat sheet into an outline, or start straight at the outline. It's totally up to you. I'm going to show you this thing in real time. So this is my beat sheet. For those of you who saw my live, then you understand why things are highlighted. If you didn't, it is on the profile under free game. It's from April. So just go back and look for it on the profile. Okay, this is the beat sheet. This is what I started with. I took this beat sheet and then expanded it, you will see soon, into an outline. Right? So that means I literally took the beats from here, copied them here, and expanded as necessary. And then after I accomplished that particular beat, that particular scene, I highlighted it so that I can keep track of what I'm doing. I also want you to notice that I have some strike throughs up here. This is stuff that is not working for me anymore or something I decided against, but I'm keeping it there so that I can continue to track my thought process. Because later I might go, wait, wasn't I supposed to do this? Then I can go back and see that I crossed it out, ask myself why, etc., without having to get rid of things. This is, again, just a Google Doc, nothing special. Now, you can't tell here because this is on my phone, but this is about 33 pages worth of an outline. If I were to submit this to anybody to have to read, not people for feedback, but a producer, an executive, etc., I would cut this down to 12 to 15 pages. Nobody wants to read 30 something pages of a outline, but because I like to be detailed, this is for me. Okay, there's dialogue in here, which you can probably see as I'm scrolling. There's dialogue, there's all kinds of stuff. Some scenes are longer than others because I had to figure them out for myself. That wasn't about anybody else but me. But if I were going to submit this somewhere else, I would make sure that this was 12 to 15 pages so that they don't have a cumbersome read. Okay. Next steps for me, just like I tell you, it's time for feedback. Hey, it's time for feedback. So I am sending my outline to my story experts. I'm trying to figure out if there's ever been anybody else I've sent my work to get feedback from. I don't think so. Just my story experts, Pages and Carlton, because I trust them and I know that they know what they're talking about. So you should too. Anyway, I sent my outline over to them. They're going to read it and they're going to give me feedback so that I can be sure to catch any plot holes, any problems, anything that can make me get to the page and go, oh my gosh, what's happening? I want to catch that now. So after I receive their feedback, I will go back through, see what I can answer in outline before I go to script. You should do it too. Okay. If you want to have an outline review, we usually only offer it to our BFFs. We stopped offering it as something that can go out to everybody. But in this case, since we're doing this together, if you want to do an outline review, hit us in the DM and we got you. Somebody is waiting on you to write this screenplay. Happy writing.
The professional pen. The